Hello to everyone watching this video. Sooner or later, each of us faces the loss of loved ones. It could be a parent, a grandparent, a close friend, or even a beloved pet. And in such moments, we are often overwhelmed with various emotions: sadness, confusion, and sometimes even anger at the whole world. This is completely normal, and it is important to understand that you are not alone in your feelings. Today, we will talk about how to learn to live with the memory of those who have passed, how to ensure that memories bring not only sorrow but also warmth to the soul, giving us the strength to move forward. This is a very personal and delicate topic, but it needs to be discussed because having the right approach to memory helps us cope with loss and continue to live a fulfilling life. Each of us has our own way of remembering those who are no longer with us. Some keep old photographs, others continue family traditions, and some simply enjoy reminiscing about good times over a cup of tea. And you know what? All of these ways are valid if they help you personally. But sometimes we feel lost and do not know the best way to preserve the memory of a loved one without turning it into constant pain. In this video, we will explore together how to build a healthy relationship with the memory of those who have passed, how to make sure that bright memories help us move forward rather than hold us back, how to remember without tears, and how to pass down stories about our loved ones to future generations. These are important questions, and for each of them, there is an answer that can help you. Properly preserving the memory of those who have passed plays a huge role not only in our personal lives, but also in the lives of our families. When we carefully cherish our memories, we give ourselves the opportunity to gradually accept the loss and find a source of strength and wisdom in those memories. It is like a bridge between the past and the future, helping us move forward without losing our connection to those we love. Psychologists say that a healthy approach to the memory of those who have passed helps us cope with grief much better than trying to forget or, on the contrary, constantly immersing ourselves in mourning. When we learn to preserve memories properly, it is as if we create a warm, cozy place inside ourselves where we can always reunite with our loved one. This helps us feel supported, even when no one is physically present. It is especially important to preserve memories for the sake of family history. Imagine that each memory is a piece of a large mosaic that forms the story of your lineage. These stories become a true treasure for children and grandchildren. They help the younger generation better understand their roots, feel connected to their family, and absorb important values and life lessons. And do you know what is most amazing? When we carefully preserve the memory of those who have passed, it does not only affect us, it creates a special atmosphere in the family, where respect for the past naturally blends with life in the present. This approach teaches us to cherish every moment spent with loved ones and to live with greater awareness. After all, the memory of those who have left helps us better understand what truly matters in life and how to make each day more meaningful and fulfilling. Let's talk about simple and practical ways to preserve the memory of loved ones. Let's start with the most common one: creating a family archive. This is not just a folder with old photographs, but a real time machine that can transport us to any moment in the past. It does not have to be complicated. Just choose a convenient box or album to store important pictures. You can add a small caption to each photo, a date, a location, or a funny story related to that moment. A special place belongs to personal belongings that carry the energy and memory of the person who has passed. It could be a grandfather's favorite cup, a mother's jewelry, or old letters. It is important to select a few truly meaningful items rather than turning your home into a museum. For example, you can create a small memory corner where these items are kept and bring joy, reminding you of pleasant moments. Keeping a memory journal can also be very helpful. It does not have to follow any special format. Just write down the stories that come to mind. Random memories of how your grandmother taught you to bake pies or how your father taught you to ride a bike. These notes are priceless. They preserve not only facts, but also emotions and details that fade over time. You can even create something like a family recipe book, collecting the favorite dishes of the person who has passed. This is especially valuable when it comes to the older generation, our grandmothers and grandfathers who cooked according to their unique recipes. Every time we prepare such a dish, it feels as if we are spending time with them, continuing family traditions through simple but significant moments. The memory of loved ones lives not only in things but also in what we do. Family traditions are a wonderful way to maintain the connection between generations. For example, if your mother planted certain flowers in the garden every year, continuing this tradition becomes a special ritual of remembrance. Or, let's say your grandfather always gathered the whole family for Sunday dinners. Keeping this tradition alive helps preserve the unique atmosphere of unity that he created. It is very important to share stories about those who have passed, especially with children. But here's a little secret. You should not only talk about major achievements or significant events. The warmest and most vivid memories are often associated with everyday moments. How grandma sang lullabies, how dad taught you to tie your shoelaces, or the funny stories that happen on camping trips with your uncle. These stories make the person who has passed closer and more understandable to those who never knew them personally. Another beautiful way to preserve memories is to continue the good deeds of the person who has passed. If your aunt cared for stray animals, you can help a shelter from time to time. If your grandfather was an avid gardener and shared his harvest with neighbors, why not continue this tradition? Such actions not only preserve memories, but also pass on important values to future generations. You can create new traditions in memory of a loved one. For example, organizing family gatherings on their birthday, where everyone shares memories, or doing something meaningful for others each year in their honor. The main thing is that these traditions bring joy and unite people, because that is the true power of memory. When we talk about preserving the memory of those who have passed, it is crucial to find the right balance between the past and the present. Sometimes, it may seem that the more we grieve, the more we love the one we have lost. But that is not true at all. Cherished memories do not require constant sadness or complete immersion in the past. On the contrary, they help us move forward, grow stronger, and become wiser. We often begin to idealize our departed loved ones, remembering only their best qualities. This is natural, but it is important to remember that every person was alive, with their strengths and weaknesses. Accepting someone as they truly were makes our memory of them more sincere and warm. After all, we love people not for their perfection, but for who they were in life, with all their habits, personality traits, and even shortcomings. Many people struggle with feelings of guilt. It seems like we could have done something differently, said more important words, spent more time together. This is a heavy feeling that can linger for a long time, but it is important to remember that each of us does the best we can at a given moment in time. Instead of blaming yourself, it is better to remember all the good things that existed between you, all the moments of joy and love that you shared. A healthy approach to memory is when we can smile while recalling funny stories from the past and still continue to build our lives. It is like carrying a warm flame in our hearts that comforts but does not burn. Such memory becomes a source of strength and inspiration, helping us make the right decisions and be better people, because we know that those we have lost would be happy about our successes and would support us in difficult times. The memory of those who have passed becomes even more meaningful when we share it with others. When family members gather and each person shares their memories, an amazing mosaic of stories is created. Every family member had their own special moments with the departed loved one. Some remember them as a caring parent, others as a joyful grandparent, and others as a wise mentor. All these different facets come together to form a complete picture, helping us understand and preserve the memory of our loved one. Creating shared memory projects can be a wonderful way to bring the family together. For example, you can collectively create a family tree where everyone contributes their knowledge about the family's history. Or you can make a collective memory album where each family member adds their photographs and stories. This kind of shared activity not only preserves memories, but also strengthens the bonds between those who are still alive. Many families find comfort and meaning in doing something beneficial for others in memory of their departed loved one. These initiatives can vary widely, from organizing a charitable fundraiser to creating a small library in a local school. The key is that the activity reflects the values and interests of the person we remember. For example, if they were a teacher, a small scholarship could be established for talented students. If they loved nature, regular community cleanup events could be organized in a park. Such shared efforts help us cope with loss and transform grief into creative energy. They show that a person's memory can live not only in recollections, but also in tangible good deeds that continue to make the world a better place. And often, in such moments, we feel most strongly that our loved ones are still with us. Just now, they live in our actions and choices. Nowadays, technology provides us with new ways to preserve the memory of those who have passed. We can now create digital archives that will keep memories alive for future generations. Old photographs can be scanned and stored in cloud storage, ensuring that they will not be lost or damaged over time. Videos from family celebrations, voice messages, even simple text messages, all of this can now be saved. There are now special online services where you can create a virtual memorial. This is like a personal memory page where each family member can add their own recollections, photos, or videos. This format is especially convenient when relatives live in different cities or countries. It allows everyone to feel connected and participate in preserving shared memories, even from a distance. There are also interesting programs that help organize memories by date, creating a sort of timeline of a person's life. You can add not only photographs, but also record stories related to different periods of their life. For example, how the parents met, where their first date took place, which places they loved to visit together. This chronology helps maintain the sequence of events and pass them down to children and grandchildren in an understandable way. But it is important to remember that technology is just a tool. It cannot replace real communication and genuine emotions. Even the most beautiful virtual memorial will be meaningless if it is not backed by sincere feelings and a true desire to preserve the memory. That is why digital methods of preserving memories work best when combined with traditional ones: family gatherings, conversations, and shared activities. Technology should help us keep memories alive, not replace real communication and authentic emotions. In conclusion, the most important thing to say is that the memory of our loved ones can and should be a source of strength and inspiration. When we preserve memories correctly, they do not become a burden, but rather a support that helps us move forward. Every time we remember our mother's smile, our father's wise advice, our grandmother's warm hugs, or our grandfather's funny stories, it is as if we receive invisible support and a blessing for new accomplishments. Life goes on, and it is absolutely normal to be happy, make plans, and enjoy the little things, even when those we have lost are no longer physically with us, because that is exactly what our loved ones would have wanted for us. They would want to see us strong, successful, and capable of sharing love with others. Every one of our smiles, every act of kindness, every moment of joy is a continuation of their love, their hopes, their faith in us. Remember, there is no single right way to preserve memories. Some people find comfort in family albums, others in good deeds, and others in simple conversations about the past. The most important thing is to do it with love and warmth in your heart. And if sadness suddenly washes over you, that is okay. Allow yourself to feel it for a moment, and then recall something good, something bright, something that will always warm your soul. You're not alone on this journey. Each of us has our own stories of loss and remembrance. And when we share them, support each other, and learn to cherish memories without letting them become a burden, we become stronger. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Cherish every moment spent together, and remember, love is stronger than time and distance. It lives in our hearts, in our actions, and in our memories, helping to make this world a little warmer and kinder. And on this warm note, we conclude our conversation. Thank you for being with us and dedicating your time to such an important and profound topic. If this discussion has helped you or made you reflect on something meaningful, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Many more interesting and useful topics await us, and we will definitely share them with you. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and share it with those who might benefit from it. See you in the next episodes.